Amid the desolation of a world consumed by nuclear chaos, I found myself standing on the precipice of an eerie wasteland. The air was thick with a suffocating mixture of dust and despair. Once vibrant cities now lay in ruins, cloaked in an unsettling silence that sent shivers down my spine. I was alone, a solitary figure navigating this post-apocalyptic nightmare. The world had been ravaged by the fallout, and I, like a specter of the past, roamed the barren landscape in search of something, anything, that could offer a glimmer of hope. My footsteps echoed through the skeletal remains of a city that had once teemed with life. Broken windows and crumbling buildings bore witness to the devastation that had swept through with an unrelenting fury. The sky above was a canvas of ashen gray, a constant reminder of the horrors that had befallen humanity. My heart pounded in my chest as I ventured deeper into the wasteland, my senses heightened to every sound and movement. The wind whispered secrets of the past, carrying with it the haunting echoes of a world forever lost. I could almost hear the distant cries of those who had perished, their voices carried on the breeze like a mournful symphony. A skeletal hand reached out from the rubble, its bony fingers grasping for something long gone. I recoiled, my breath catching in my throat. Was it a remnant of the past, a grim reminder of the lives that had been extinguished in an instant? Or was it something more sinister, a harbinger of the terrors that lurked in the shadows? As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long, ominous shadows across the wasteland, I stumbled upon a structure that stood defiantly amidst the chaos. It was a decaying building, its walls adorned with faded graffiti that seemed to tell a story of desperation and despair. My footsteps echoed through the hollow interior as I cautiously entered, my flashlight cutting through the darkness like a fragile lifeline. The air was thick with a musty, acrid smell that clung to the walls like a malevolent presence. My heart raced as I explored further, my light revealing scenes of unimaginable horror, twisted metal, shattered glass, and the haunting remnants of a world that had been torn asunder. And then I heard it. A faint, chilling whisper that seemed to dance on the edge of my consciousness. My blood ran cold as I strained to catch the words, my mind racing to decipher the source of this haunting sound. Was it the wind playing tricks on me, or was there something else, something more sinister, lurking in the shadows? My flashlight flickered, casting eerie shadows that danced along the walls. The whisper grew louder, its words now clear and unmistakable. "Leave, before it finds you," the voice seemed to hiss, each syllable sending a jolt of terror coursing through my veins. Panic surged within me, and I turned to flee, my heart pounding in my chest. But as I reached the entrance, a bone-chilling gust of wind extinguished my flashlight, plunging me into darkness. My breath came in ragged gasps as I fumbled for my lighter, the feeble flame casting an eerie glow that barely illuminated my surroundings. The whisper grew louder, reverberating through the air like a symphony of dread. I stumbled back, my mind racing with a maelstrom of fear and confusion. Shadows seemed to writhe and contort around me, taking on grotesque forms that seemed to mock my every move. I ran, the darkness swallowing me whole as I sprinted through the ruins, the whisper a constant, tormenting presence in my mind. It pursued me relentlessly, its words echoing in a nightmarish chorus that threatened to drive me to the brink of insanity. Finally, breathless and on the brink of collapse, I burst out of the building and into the open wasteland. The moon hung low in the sky, its cold, pale light offering little solace against the terrors that had ensnared me. I collapsed to the ground, my mind a whirlwind of terror and despair. The whisper gradually faded, leaving behind an unsettling silence that seemed to stretch on for an eternity. I was alone once more, a survivor of a world forever altered by the ravages of nuclear destruction. As the first light of dawn began to creep over the horizon, I knew that I was no longer the same. The wasteland had taken something from me, something far more precious than I could ever comprehend. And so, haunted by the horrors I had witnessed, and the chilling whisper that had pursued me, I rose to my feet, my gaze fixed on the uncertain path ahead. In a world where darkness reigned and shadows held untold secrets, I was but a lone traveler, forever marked by the terrors of the nuclear wasteland.